quality of the stream. So instead of doing 1440, I'm doing 1080 and like a little bit lower bit rate. We'll see if that matters. I have fucking good internet. My internet's perfectly fine, so I don't get it. And see, whether I'm live streaming or even just recording a video just on my computer, there's times where it just shuts off, like it just stops recording. So the last one I just did, I was on my way to, I was over here finishing up, and I was on my way to, I was going to be on my way to this one, but just at the tail end of this dig, it just shut off. So I finished my damn ice cream, came back, checked the setting, and we'll see if it likes this or not. So whatever. It's aggravating because it's not like this is really that taxing on my computer or my internet or anything, you know. I mean, like, I'm not fucking streaming 4K 60 frames a second. Even then it should be able to handle it. Like, even then it should be fine. It should be able to do I'm trying to think of what the upload would be, the number. I mean, let's just literally just do this. There's an app for it, but I'll do the online speed test and let's see. Like, I don't even pay for a gig. I don't need it, and I got tons of devices in my house. I got 9 millisecond ping because Suddenlink has a core router in Lake Charles, and so, you know, we get a direct connection to the internet right out of Lake Charles. It's not like I'm hopping around to Dallas. You know, Vive stuff goes to Westlake and then it goes to Dallas or it goes to Atlanta, so your latency is a little bit higher, but even then it's only like 25 milliseconds, so it's still pretty good. But you can see my internet's fucking perfect, so whatever. Even then, why, when I shoot a video on my computer, does it just shut off 45 minutes in, 15 minutes in? I mean, I had that happen earlier today. So it's something with the NVIDIA software that I can't figure out, that I don't get it. Like, it happened on my old computer. This is a brand new computer. So maybe I'm crazy. Maybe it's something I'm doing wrong, right? I'm sure it is. I really don't think lowering that bit rate or the resolution is going to matter. I really don't. Because, again, I don't have an internet problem that I believe loses the stream and then that's why it shuts off. I just think for whatever reason this NVIDIA software just likes to do whatever it wants to do. I'm invested in NVIDIA. So what are my investments? Currently I have MicroStrategy, NVIDIA, and Tesla is a newer one. I've actually been invested in MicroStrategy for a couple years. So if you happen to know, or are in the know, you know that it's actually a pretty good deal. But that being said, being invested in them since 2020 means I also rode through the 2022 bear market. So it was pretty rough. I have come back. So I'm not going to let go over numbers. I'm not interested in doing like an investment channel right now. Or again, I don't put myself on a pedestal and go and talk about what I'm doing, and that's for another day, another time, and that's more for my kids and anybody that is interested. I can deal with them personally. So maybe at some time later, if I feel like it, I'll share some more information. I do have videos, I have recordings. I've kept track of everything. So I was invested in some Bitcoin miners for a while. Those didn't really work out too well. I mean, they did fine, but it definitely could have been much worse. But the cryptocurrency space is definitely looking pretty good right now with the U.S. and Trump administration kind of getting more involved in it. And so we'll see where it goes. I do like what I'm hearing with some things, but again, it's just really, it's all talk. I'm just waiting for the action. I'm waiting for the next step. So we'll see what happens. Okay. I'm almost 78. It's about to happen. I was going to say, wasn't there a summoning stone here? You'd always used to hang out the summoning stone, and there was all these instances right here. Shadow Labs. What's that other one? Archidon, like the name of this place. It's Archidon, Shadow Labs. God, it's been so long. The one over here had like that bird in it. How I got that mount. The Dread Raven. Here it is. So yeah, the south one is Shadow Labs. I guess when I go that way, I'll see the name of the other one. This sucks. Do you think it's up here? Maybe. Can't use that there. Okay, it's the Vexus. So look at that. It is this way. It's right on the edge. This is a big dig site. Okay. Been a good boy, and I've been doing my deals. Let's go up to the other one here. So that one was Sethek Halls. That's right. That's where the Dread Raven mount was. You get it off of on Zoo. It was one you could summon. Like the boss wouldn't be there. You had to actually had something to summon it. I think Druids summoned it with something. I remember it was Arch Down up here, Sethek Halls, and then Shadow Labs. Mana Tombs. Mana Tombs was the other one. That's right. So if I go up here, this should be Arch Down up here. Arch Down, Arch of Dune. No, that's Mana Tombs. So Arch of Down or Dune is on the west side. Here we go. The other one just popped up right over there. You see that? These dig sites are so big. Getting Orc and Drain Eye right now, right? Just want to point like that way, and there ain't nothing there. I mean, I can't use it there. I'm in the middle. Really? What the hell's going on? Am I crazy? Didn't that point that way? Or did I go the wrong way? That one again. We're just going to bounce back and forth right here. Is that all we're going to do? What else is out here? That should be Drain Eye, right? That's probably Orc. So then that's Drain Eye too, because that's that area with those lost ones or whatever. It's probably just Orc and Drain Eye in Outlands. Watching on my other screen, as I do tend to kind of just, whatever I'm doing, I like to watch some of the price action on Bitcoin. It gives me a good sense of who is doing what. So I know at certain times when certain markets open, because you can tell when things are going on in America. You'll see it, like, because the ETFs and stuff that's out there now, see the spike, and that gives you a good sense of retail investors, who's buying, who's selling. So like I'm watching this shit right here, and we're getting on what's it, 2 o'clock in the morning, so this is going to be close to England time, but also Middle East, Saudi Arabia, people like that too. So I was kind of watching this price action, and then now you see this nice little spike. So I'm sensing that there's still some movement going on there, either with people in the Middle East, most likely Saudis, some people with money, or even some of the English stuff, England and Europe. I tend to kind of watch some of these markets and some of the stuff going on there, and I mean, it's been choppy, but you can see how it's been kind of a little weak ever since it's hit. Wow, really? Like, what the hell are you doing? Ever since it's hit kind of 90, it's been kind of struggling, but what I see here is, if you kind of take this guy out of the equation, because this was something that this was America, this was the U.S. We had a bump up in the morning, or early morning, and then a sell-off around lunchtime. And but I see this line right here closer to the 90 range with higher lows, keeping it come up to where it's ready to break out again. I'm already predicting that we'll hit like maybe 96,000. It's actually a pretty important Fibonacci level. And then of course you got that 100,000 lumen overhead, and also it's around 96,000 that Bitcoin will be worth officially about $2 trillion. And so, you know, these are all psychological levels where people are going to be like, they'll be cheering and yay, but they're actually also going to be people that are going to be like, hey man, some people are going to look at it as too expensive. Other people who have already earned money on it, they're going to be like, I think this is a good time to get out. You know, everybody has their thoughts and feelings about it. There's a bull and a bear case to just about anything. So just because Trump is coming into office and he's getting crypto people behind everything, and that piece of shit Gary Gensler is going to be gone, and yes, I'm calling him that because he is a piece of shit. All you have to do is look at how he has responded to things, and you can see how he has just been not helpful to anybody. When we literally sit here, and like Coinbase has been a real big advocate for this stuff, and you can see what they're saying. They're like, we want regulation, we want clear rules, tell us. And then Gary Gensler is like, oh, the rules are already there. Okay, what are they? Explain them. Well, they're already there. You're a piece of shit. So I'm glad he's going to be gone. Maybe we can actually get some people in there that actually cares and actually answers questions. And even if the question's already been answered, you can point, hey, look, here is the answer to that question, and here is my, here's where what I'm citing, you know. And let's actually try and help people and actually give people proper information instead of being a piece of crap. So what I paid attention to and why I'm involved in this space is I also listened to what he and others were not saying, and they were leaving Bitcoin and Ethereum out of the dialogue for quite some time, but they were attacking other stuff. And to some extent, I do agree with that. Like, I think there's a lot of cryptocurrencies out there that should not, like, we don't need to be having people just make a cryptocurrency up out of thin air and just sit there and can do whatever the hell they want and promote it and market it. You know, I always struggle with somebody trying to sell me something, you know, and just let it sell itself. That's what I like about Bitcoin, is that for the most part, people haven't been promoting it. Because again, look at when you had like Crypto.com or FTX or some of these others, when they started trying to promote things, look at what happened shortly after. So this space doesn't need it to be marketed. This is a free, decentralized thing that is really, truly going to be, I believe, in my opinion, it's the future. Blockchain technology. That's why I'm really just a big fan of Satoshi Nakamoto. He did probably the smartest thing that anybody can do, is he separated himself from it and just said, here it is, and it's not about it. He didn't make it about him, you know. And whether or not he's dead or alive or whatever, I'm just grateful that he did it the way he did it, because essentially what would have happened is, if he did make it about him, it would have killed it, because people would have torn him apart. Oh, he grew up in this family, and this is his, you know, father was, you know, I can't even like make this shit up because it's disgusting. Like, when somebody wants to attack an idea, they'll just attack your character like that, and even though you have a good idea, it just destroys the entire chance of this thing becoming a good thing that everybody can use, because you attach the idea to like the stuff that Trump does, you know. I think Trump's got some great ideas, but everybody hates Trump, so they're just like, fuck him, and they don't want it. And it's like, don't let the idea be destroyed by who is backing it in that sense. You know, just look at it for what it is. Is this good for us? And I think blockchain technology is fantastic. Of course, your financial institutions will look at it as a threat, but I mean, they can use it too. Everybody can use it. It's a technology. It's not owned by anybody. You look at people like your Warren Buffetts and some of these others that just, they don't understand it and they attack it, and it's just like, dude, just stop tearing shit down because you don't like it. You know, make something better, or just stay out of it. You know, leave it at that. Hey, you know, I really reserve any kind of opinion because I don't understand what that thing is. I think, in my opinion, this other thing is better, and I mean, I support this other idea. And if people just want to keep asking you questions about it, you just say no comment. Can we just stop being so narcissistic and high up on ourselves and just be like, just reserve, just no comment? Can we just do that? Like, we don't have to act like we fucking know everything. Okay, back over here. Is there just not a lot of dig sites out here in Outland? What the fuck is just that one? Way the hell up there? Jeez. So I guess just to kind of add to what I'm saying about stuff like this, it's just, I think a lot of people really get lost in, you know, thinking that everything just goes infinitely up, or when it's just a crash it just goes down to zero, and all this talk and all this bullshit. And you really have to understand that at any given moment there's somebody out there that wants to buy this thing, and there's somebody out there that wants to sell this thing. And when the prices crash, more people want to sell it than those who want to buy it. It's as simple as that. And when the price is just skyrocketing, it's because nobody's selling it, and there's people that want to buy it. So anybody who is like, well, Bitcoin is a pet rock, it's rat poison, it's nothing, you know, you want to talk all this shit, okay, that's fine. That's what you believe. But you're trying to project onto someone else. See, I don't believe the other cryptocurrencies are worth a shit. I'm not invested in them, and I don't want to invest in them. You know, because a lot of them are marketed. If you look at it, plenty of times I would see that people just come up with these Pepe coin, Dogecoin, all these coins. Yeah, they're cute and all, and that's great. If you agree with it and you like it, then go ahead, buy some and own it, and do whatever you want with it. And if you want to accept it as a payment for a product or a service that you're providing, that's on you. That's up to you. This is a free market. Go ahead and do what you want. But I still think that there should be some form of some kind of regulation to protect people from just people just creating whatever, just, you know, doing I can go online and just make a Kroger coin or something, but not use Kroger's trademark, you know, but I can call it Krog, you know, and just be like, you know, it's a whatever. And you know, there's people that just make shit up. I believe in the original creator of cryptocurrency and something that has stood the test of time. I want to give it some time to see. I shit on Bitcoin years ago, back in like when I think I knew about it back in like 2016 time frame, and I just shook my head. I'm like, governments will never allow this. This will never see the light of day. There is no way that this is going to be able to be formally adopted. The global financiers, all these people, the money makers, they'll never allow this, because I can tell. I was like, that's a good idea. A decentralized platform that nobody can manipulate and fuck with and hack. And so yeah, I was like, you know, I get the idea, but I'm like, there's no way governments would allow it. In 2020, when the American government there was some paper, I don't even remember the exact date, but it was something along the lines of, I don't remember. I wish I can find it. But it was right around COVID, so it really didn't. Everybody was distracted by COVID, and when I saw that thing, I found out about it months later, after the fact, and I'm like, this is very important. This is something that I need to not forget and pay attention to it. And look at the price action. Nothing technical going on there. This is just purely buying either Middle East or something in Europe. The markets, there's some strong buying in it. And so we could be seeing a pretty good technical breakout of this. And this is only a few days old, so this is not like a major technical breakout. But even this is not really something I'm seeing like it's going to be a big resistance, because I see only the U.S. If this number still holds till like maybe 6, 7, at least 7 o'clock in the morning, closer to when the U.S. markets open, like maybe we'll see further growth today. Anyway, there was something I saw that was a significant event. It was in 2020, it was early 2020, around when COVID happened. It was something that caught my eye, that I was like, I bought some Bitcoin miners literally at like $5 a share, 50 cents a share, like something stupid cheap. Made some money off of those. Then I got all involved in a GameStop trade, and that fucked up my whole year. Like, I got so greedy. I was an idiot. I learned from it, and I'd been basically mostly 100% Bitcoin since then, and survived the crypto winter, and here I am today. And seeing the stuff I'm seeing, you know, I'm not a perma-bull. I'm somebody who's just seeing a simple supply and demand. This is simply just supply and demand. I can't really make it any more simple than that. And there's not too much to elaborate. I see it simply as time goes on, the supply is going to be weaker and the demand is going to be stronger. That's just what I believe. So I'm invested in it. I see the same thing for the likes of NVIDIA and Tesla. There were times that I shorted Tesla. I actually did. And if I see something that I feel is the right thing to do and to short it again, I'll do it again. And right now, I may short Bitcoin at 96,000. That one's a little tougher because I know there's global money coming into this space because of the U.S., because of the elections. I have certain levels where I believe we'll see some strong resistance. Bitcoin hitting $2 trillion, Bitcoin hitting 100,000 a coin. These are significant milestones that I don't believe we're just going to cut through it like butter. But at the same time, I don't think I'm going to get too cute with trying to pick tops and bottoms, because I think that's a good way to lose money. But I'm keeping an eye on it. And I'll make a decision if I feel it's the right thing to do. I'll make that decision. It's my money. I'm going to do whatever the hell I want with it. So, but I've already done videos or talked about that shit and made my predictions. And again, whether I'm right or wrong, it's my money. So I don't let anybody dictate or tell me what to do. I've lost plenty of money in my time, and I'm still here. So if I make mistakes and I lose money again, it ain't gonna hurt me. And it's tough to do that. It's tough to be unemotional in an emotional market, because that's basically how these markets work, is they're based on sentiment. Yes, there's other factors, and yes, there's supply and demand and all this stuff, but the point of it is it's not black and white. And I'm a very black and white person, so I have to always consider, I always have to think of both sides of the equation and consider that I'm wrong when I think I'm right, because I've been wrong plenty of times. But I am grateful to be involved in this stuff. And to be able to play it, to be able to, because that's, to me, it's a game. It really is. Because if you think of it as something else other than that, I think it affects you too much. Like, you don't really want to look at it as like life or death. You don't want to take it too seriously. You really don't. Because it'll fuck you up. Yeah, this little move up here. Maybe it's the European markets. It just seems like it's a little early for that, but maybe I'm wrong. Or maybe it's right on time. That's some information I can kind of give that I believe I'm right about, is that you want to look at price action depending on the time, because this is traded 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And so at any given moment, the price can move And you do want to pay attention to what's going on in those other markets, because that's going to affect those traders. It's going to affect that money. And because there's money managers in all sorts of in different countries, you know, handling their clients' money. And whether or not you believe what it's going to do, there's somebody else that maybe believes the opposite, or they've already made their money, so they're ready to sell and cash out, or you know, or they've lost too much money and it's too painful, and they can't handle it anymore. You know, again, there's all these different emotions and all these different people, and they have their ideas, and they're going to do what they're going to do with their money. So again, you can stare at it and go, why the hell is it going down? This has got nowhere to go but up. Why? Who is selling Bitcoin right now? The American government's going to be, you know, building reserves and building this and doing that and blah blah blah. And it's like, yeah, okay. There's still people out there that don't believe in it. There's people out there that don't believe in Trump. So again, you can see it through your lens all you want, but there's other people that don't see it that way. That's what a free market is. That's why I'm really interested in just trying to read the chart, and that's only something you can get. That one's tough because you can always misinterpret stuff too, or you can get like a confirmation bias about something, but you're just completely wrong. You know, maybe I'm wrong that the European markets are looking favorably at Bitcoin right now. Maybe it's someone else. I don't know. I just believe that the odds are that it's either something Middle Eastern late in the day or early morning European stuff. That as those markets are opening, there is some significant buying. Side of this thing. Where the hell is this? Is it up top? Oh, okay. Ore can drain eye, ore can drain eye.
Too far away.
Too far away. Let's see here. Magtheridon's lair. Wow, here far away from this refugees, yeah. Way back in the days, I did my own private server on my computer, and it was before Outlands came out. And so I had some of this map. I had some of this stuff. It wasn't fully complete, and it was pretty wild being out here, just dicking around. My son would remember it because I actually made up some items. Like I made up like a Lexus sword or something, because I had a Lexus IS300 back in the days. I think I did the Sword of Truth or something like that, because that was also I think South Park had an episode, right? Didn't I do that, or was that later? I'm trying to remember. I think so. Well, yeah, I played around with it, and it's funny that just doing this really does give that feeling, because you're just alone. There's nobody out here. I can tell you, there's like nobody out here. So nobody out here at my level. It would have to be. Let's see. Tell, but is that, it's behind my big fat camera, but maybe there's one other person out here, or that's just me. I can't tell because my face is in the way. I think that also just only shows Horde, so this server may be low on Horde, but it should do cross-server stuff, so you'll see other people from other servers as well. That's how they've integrated all this. But maybe there's Alliance out here. Bunch of that nether weave. I'm not even going to attack him. If you would hit me, you would die. Are you going to hit me once? my lightning. Hey, a twofer. My lightning shield will take him out if he actually hits me. Alright, man. Well, have a good day. Like, I got my back turned to you, and you're missing. What's funny is he'll hit me for like, what, 2? And then my lightning shield will probably hit him for like 1,000,000 or some crap, something stupid. It's level 30, that's why. How's this stuff procking if he's missing me? I mean, yeah, if you just want to hang out with me while I do archaeology stuff, sure. Go ahead, man, y'all, come on. Does that not reflect back anything? Oh, it's just a curse. It's not actually damaging. Alright, we'll see you later. This dude, I guess, is not going to leave. Like, do I have it in my heart to just end his miserable existence, or what am I going to do here? You're on my land. Get off my land. This guy will probably hit me. No. Alright, well, I gotta fly, guys, so... So that's where the other one came back here. Alright, we got 2 in Nether Storm now. I guess I'll fly up there. I don't know if I can. I don't remember if I can fly across. I don't recall. I'm not sure if I want to take the chance. But I know the flight path would take a while because it's going to go all the way around. I guess fuck it, take the flight path and just... here somewhere, isn't this it? Yes, see, it's got to go all the way around that way. Come on, man. Can I just do it while I'm flying? Shit. Oh, yeah, well, yeah, I'm starting to feel it. definitely been quiet this week. Marsh. Guess I'm fucking tired. Shit. Really haven't drank much of my water. Can see how shitty my office is from the background, huh? This crappy little window unit that I put cardboard on the side, and then I use the sunscreens like you put in your car windshield. I have a bunch of that crap all on this side of the house that I did. Was it last summer? One of the summers it was, you know, it was pretty hot, and I was like trying to figure out a way to reduce the temperature because my central air just can't keep up. It's an older unit. I think that it's turning, I think it's 16 years old. Like, I'm probably due to get just another air conditioner. But the way we've done it is typically is I would put in the rooms that, you know, struggle, I would put an air conditioning unit. And what I ended up doing for our master bedroom, because it's a bigger room, it's like a 14 by 14, it's a good size. I ended up moving the air conditioner to the other side to where the sun doesn't hit it, and the bathroom would get colder and would help keep that room colder that way. Because otherwise what you're doing is with a window unit, now you got the heat coming from outside. You can't really trap it, because I mean, that's not a perfect seal. You'd have to manufacture it in a way that it can seal out the heat better. And so that's what I was finding, is it just seemed like counterintuitive to where the window unit just was cooling right there. You know, wasn't very efficient, I guess is what I'm getting at. The room I'm in, which it was one of my daughter's rooms at one time. Now they're both in the same room, and they have a bunk bed, and they like it, so it worked. I think this was Olivia's room for a little while. I think if I remember right. But I do think the girls like being in a room together. I gave them our old computers. You know, they have. They just have all sorts of shit. Oh yeah, I want to complete these before I forget. And their room gets a little warm, but they don't mind it so much. I don't think they like it cold. so I don't bother with an air conditioner in their room. And the central air does work okay in there, so I guess whatever, leave it alone. But like this room is one of the worst in the house. This would be the warmest room in the house. The central air doesn't blow in the vent up here very well. So there's probably something from the hurricane. There's probably something wrong with the tube, because it seems like even the bathroom next door here struggles a little bit, and it's on the same path essentially. So I just put an air conditioner in here. And now this is the coldest room in the house, especially if I close that door, because I don't want the sound to bother anybody. So and plenty of times I do like to sleep in here. I like a cold, dark room. My wife likes to watch TV and leave the TV on and have fans running and some light. She likes some light, so I always found that at times I just couldn't sleep, and it's not the bed. The bed's great. So I don't like a lot of noise. So I do sleep well in here. I mean, there's plenty of times I sleep in our bed. It's not like she does that every night. But for her, we for a while we didn't have a TV in that room. And then just because the living room one broke, I decided to let's say, you want to watch TV, there you go. We'll just put it in the bedroom. It's easier. She just watches whatever crap anyway. It's just YouTube stuff or something. It's not like she's watching actual TV or watching like she's not like a big like Netflix person or anything like that, or like any certain shows. Like probably like at least 90% of the time she's just YouTube, just whatever. So I see that in my work too. Like nowadays, people just stream. Like cable companies have been bleeding video subscribers for over a decade now, easy. And it's just continuing. It's like, why do people watch cable anymore? You know why? Because they're old and they don't understand the internet and the newer streaming service stuff. They don't get it, so they just want to watch their old news. So that's the only people that's watching that crap nowadays. And even those people are only going to watch a handful of channels. Like I've gone to places and I've seen what people do, and I'm just like, they literally say, all I care is if Bravo's working, or all I care if the Weather Channel's working. Like they just care about 1, 2, maybe 4 channels out of the 50 or 100 that are there. And if you're into like HBO, Showtime, and all that other stuff, now you're pushing like 200 some odd channels. That's why the likes of like your Dish Network and whatnot, look in the S&P 500. Like they're ready to get dropped. Like I'm not making this shit up. Their stock and everything's been going down for years because it's competition. It's expensive to run. There's not much else you can innovate to cut costs. Nobody wants the shit anyways, so you're losing subscribers, and it's like it's a dying thing. And see, at least with cable companies, there's other services and stuff they can offer through the same pipeline, through the coax or fiber. So I don't know why cable companies still are fighting to keep like. Why do you care? Just get rid of this shit. That's one less piece of equipment to worry about. You're not having to fight to try and either replace it or have people pay for it because they lost it or they moved, and then when the power outages happen or there's storms, you have to replace it if it goes out, and it causes a service call. And then, like, where are you getting profit from that stuff, man? What are you doing? But for whatever reason, they just keep it, just to say, oh no, we got these revenue generating units and we're keeping our numbers up. Yeah, you're looking at the wrong thing, man. And I know you're doing it for your investors. You're doing it for, I guess, just to keep your job. Like, just grow some balls and get rid of this stuff, man. Nobody wants it. Send some letters out, cancel it, throw that shit away, and move on with your life. And innovate and focus on other things and innovate in other areas. Why the hell am I even talking about that? I went from talking about what my wife was doing to now that now my nose is going to start itching like crazy. I don't see it. Where the hell is it? There it is. I'm standing right on the damn thing. Reason I have like the urge to run like the instances out here. I don't know why it doesn't show it. There's a whole thing out there with those instances. You probably have to discover it for it to show up. That was what was it called? It's been so long. I really wish that I did classic Burning Crusade. During this expansion that I left California. It was, again, you had my side business dried up. Warcraft came out. It was the perfect storm. It was like perfect. I was bored. I wasn't working a lot. And, my brother and all of his friends were playing this, and that was all she wrote, and I hadn't looked back. And then, they were not raiding successfully. They were just a bunch of knuckleheads, man. And I mean, I did enjoy it for a while, but it got to the point where I was just like, what are we doing? Like, you guys are just wasting time, not getting anywhere. And, you can maybe even look to me as I was being like an elitist snob. At the time, I didn't really feel like I was doing that. I was just kind of frustrated and tired of people not doing their part and not, just not knowing what the hell they were doing. And it's like we keep making the same mistakes week in and week out. It's like, we're not going anywhere. We're not doing anything. So what the hell's going on? And so, after months of us just not even progressing into anything, and it was like, we were having trouble just doing the basic crap. And I moved on to a raiding guild that was way above my level, and I was low man on the totem pole for sure. And then that didn't work out. Probably because those people looked down at me and like, what the fuck is this guy doing? He don't know shit. And at the time, I thought it was because of my gear. But you can always improve. You can always do better. And I certainly could. And when that guild fell apart, I don't really remember much of what I did after that. Like during that time, I think it was shortly before, well, I know it was before Burning Crusade came out. The guild was struggling with Blackwing Lair, and there was even like Nax. There was stuff that was coming out that nobody could do because, I don't know, what was it, AQ? Was it Max and AQ out at that time? Pretty sure. Not crazy. But that was one of those weird things about the original Warcraft, that you had something that was so difficult, like nobody can do. And so there's content there that it's just like unobtainable. And so Burning Crusade came out, and that didn't matter. You just put that all behind you because now everybody's starting over. And now you're going from level 60 to 70. And I remember leveling up through that and doing things. I was still involved with the guild. I think I went back to my previous guild. My account got banned, and that was during a time in my life that things were not going good for me. And I was bitter for a little while, gave it some time. I think it grew for a good 2 months. Started over, did a new account, and then that's where Aveliana came into the picture. That's why this expansion is so, I guess, near and dear to me, because that was during that time of my life. We were doing, you had your Rolls layer, you had, I don't remember what this raid was. It's where you got Ashes of Alar. Did get that mount. That's why I was kind of half thinking about going over there, just kind of fucking around for a minute. Because it wouldn't matter if it's on this character or anybody else. It's all lower level shit, so it don't matter. Black Temple is down here with Illidan. McTheridan's lair. We did that. This one had what was it called? Was it Lady Vash or whatever was in here? Something that was in here. Where's that? Wasn't there two? That's right, it was in the Grand. This one's over here. Farming all the damn fucking mushrooms and glow caps and all that shit for the we were grinding different reps. There was Aldor and Scryers. That's what I remember farming when I got banned. That's kind of like something that's all I did was just farm. Cat statue with emerald eyes. Haven't I gotten that before? Like some of this stuff looks familiar. Hey, that was a rare. It belongs in a museum. Can we do one, really? Teleports you where exactly the last relic of Argus. It's not a toy? Why wouldn't teleport with error? I'm sure I've done that before. I'm starting to get a lot of crap in my bags.
I have many wares.
That's better. Guess we can get rid of those. These are BOEs. I don't know if I really care about disenchanting any of that crap. Some of these can make more of the crates. In the crates, I can turn in and get more of the fragments to build. So I can turn them in to build fragments of a specific one I'm looking for, you know, if I want to do that. I figured I'd save them for when I actually find what I want to do with them. Like, I'm not just going to turn them in just to turn them in, because they don't show that they have any maximum, you know. Alright, so there's another one in the Grand. Okay. Amazing how I can hear the crickets from up here. Must be one on the back of my mount or something. Got me a couple friends. You guys can live if you just go away. Just give up. Get off our land. You don't belong here. Highly doubt somebody's actually doing the hollow, and that's probably something else. Guys are, I'm ready to leave. Y'all ready for this? Yeah! Funky, 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 funky. 1, then it comes 2 to the 3 and 4. That was just 3, it wasn't 4. It was just 3 guys. Kind of a small, one of the smaller dig sites out here in Outland, so it should be relatively easy. I don't remember this spot. can do 2. Hooray. Alright. Next. There is. Really? I thought it. See, you can't really see it because look at it. It's behind. It's a part of the symbol. So it's okay. Okay. Let's see something here. Here comes the 2 to the 3 and 3, and here comes the 2 to the 1. If I'm awake, I'll look at stuff pre-market too. Not that it really matters, but again, it kind of gives me an idea of what may be going on, overseas. So I'm just checking how that was looking. Much longer. Right on it. Got Elf Paladin out here. That dude's probably looking at me like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Dr. Bones? There's 3 here and 1 way down there. Okay. Let's see if I can keep this going. Or do I fall asleep? Crap. What's going rough. Like I have an executioner's hood on. Is that that guy? It is. Well, you're going to die. Interesting that I hear him. Yo, Shadow Moon. There is another one there. Okay. Let's do this one first before we miss it. This one's huge. This is the west side. Let's see, that's Arcanine Crypts. I think that's one of the first ones you do when you level up in Outlands. This might be rough. Shit. Like, it wouldn't be so bad if they weren't so damn big. Because you're covering such a large area and you just ended up with nothing. Or you land right on the damn thing and there it is. Not like this thing's exact. The red ones are not extremely helpful.